Alonne. This is David.
And this is Jeff.
And I need to kill the Fumite so that I can get to the next part. So
This is a bonus fume bonus.
Now,
Hooray.
contrary to what Justin showed us, this is the easy way to kill him.
Okay.
You look at him, and he dies.
That's true. You got the special Ferrum set bonus that causes instant death if you time a parry on the exact frame that the fume knight he spawns in, and it's like an Isin from
Ninja Gaiden.
No, from Onimusha.
Yep. So this is the final area of Dark Souls 2 as far as we're concerned.
Yes.
So this is me just kind of running through the area, just so we can have a little bit of time to chat about Dark Souls 2, because this is it. This is the last video in the series.
Final video. This is true.
Whoop. This is me forgetting buttons. I didn't cut any of this out.
Look at that doofy guy.
The salamanders are super doofy when they're not shooting at you. They're just, yeah. Also, the Black Bow of Ferris is ridiculous in every game.
Yep.
It's better. I think it's better. I think it gets better in every game just because of what they do to archery in every game. But also, this is... Whoops.
Hey, guys.
Roll out of the way. Nope. There you go.
Yep. All right. Hey.
There. So yeah, this is me just having a calm little run through. This is Old Iron King's memories.
Yes.
All right. And if you were ever wondering how effective old Radiant Life Gems were, that's all I use other than the Estus Flask for the past two videos. I don't know how much of it got shown last one, though. So, Sir Alonne, who's the boss of this area, is a really fun fight, especially when the person who is co-oping the fight with you kills himself specifically to try to screw you over in the last third of the fight.
Okay. That's a very specific story, but okay.
Yeah, I wonder why it's such a specific story.
I mean, it's probably just because you have a really overactive imagination.
Not at all because you use the special ability of his soul weapon to kill yourself.
I'm not convinced that the things you're describing happened in reality, and it might have been some sort of fever dream. Like maybe it was in you were residing in your own memory for too long. Is what I think happened.
Well, I mean,
but you did eventually beat him, so I mean, there's that.
I did.
There's success.
Yeah, I did eventually beat him, and we're gonna see a fairly straightforward fight. As a layout for the ground rules for this area, or for this particular boss, I can die. It is a thing that can happen.
Technically.
So I haven't set it to where, my HP will never go below a certain amount, or I do infinite damage with every hit, obviously. So it's fine. This is giving Alonne a relatively fair shake. A fairer shake than I gave the Fume Knight by a lot. But this is showing you a very methodical and slow way to get to the Alonne Knight.
Which is something you'll probably only do one time before learning how to run past everything.
Right, because you super can.
You can, and like all bosses that do not have bonfires right next to them, it's extremely annoying.
Yeah. Because you don't actually have to go to that lower area at all.
No, you can just run through everything. So it's just something that takes time, and it's just to lower your health. So either you get through it fine, and it still takes a lot of time, or you get like clipped by an enemy, and you just have less health and less healing.
All right.
So just garbage all around.
So you ready, Jeff?
Yes.
You ready for Sir Alonne?
Let's do it.
Now this is probably my favorite boss fight from this DLC. I like.
Missed.
I did. I like him more than the Fume Knight. But that's also because I just think aesthetically he looks awesome. I didn't dodge that.
He stabbed you what good? Because obviously he wanted to show that
That's how he buffs his weapon.
His
Yes.
bewitching blade, it gets buffed when he stabs you.
Right.
Unlike other bosses that just do it automatically after like a certain time or something.
Right. He has to stab you to get the buff.
Much like the Pursuer, actually.
Yeah. Does he stab himself? Because he never did that in this one.
He can.
Okay. So we don't see that in this one.
He can do Sudoku. I'm sorry, Sudoku. It's a number game.
Spoilers.
Look, it's a number game, and you like match and it has to add up and the columns and the rows and.
Right, they all have to equal 9.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But so the actual life force stab is an easy attack to punish him on, actually. So it's good when he does it. Just be moving right, and you're fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has a lot of long range dashes. I think that's really the main dangerous move. But actually, if you're only going to learn how to dodge one thing, just learn how to dodge the dashes.
Also,
everything else
that
is kind of
bypasses your shield, as an FYI.
Yes, okay, makes sense. It's an overhead attack.
Well, the Smelter Demon's overhead does not bypass the shield, but his does.
That's weird.
It may have just been that one time, because that's the only time he hit me with it, but...
Maybe like this, it clipped like behind you. Hey, you can kick.
He can kick. That does a number on your stamina. Because remember, everyone, I have the maximum possible stamina in the game.
And probably one of the best shields too, maxed out. So
I should be far deader than I am right now.
Far deader.
Yes. Now, something to be said, if you were using a mace or something like that, you'd probably be doing a little bit better damage because he does have really high resistance to piercing and slashing. So crushing damage or whatever the equivalent is in this game is more effective, but that's what the charcoal pine resin is for.
Mm-hmm. So his buff isn't running out. Is that because yours isn't?
Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering about that until this exact moment. So yes, that explains that.
I mean, it's simply to be fair.
Yeah,
it's a fair fight.
If my buffs can't run out, his buffs can't run out. So, yeah, thank you for explaining that to me, because I was about to ask if it's supposed to run out. Oh, we're almost there.
I get staggered.
Ah!
No. One more hit and we're done with the game.
Should I heal? Should I heal?
Nah, just go for it. You should just spam.
Nope, one more.
R1
there
spam.
It is. Yes. Now, you said something about Sudoku earlier.
Yes, Sudoku. Yes.
So if you kill Sir Alonne without taking damage, he has a special death animation.
I think there's also a time limit, right?
There is no time limit.
No time limit.
Just no time.
Okay.
You just can't be damaged, which is why that didn't work. So I'm gonna run over and use the bonfire. Oh, there he is. All right, we're ready to go for the next one. I hit the wrong button.
Oh boy.
So we're going back up. I hit the wrong button, but we're fine. This is.
Hey guy.
You'll notice I have the Avalyn, and it's a little special. And I figured, all right, we're gonna show this off. Now this is after a few attempts of trying to get here. All right. He's still immune. All right, let's dodge.
It's all right. You can totally do this.
Okay, that didn't kill him. Dang it!
You're cheating and you lost. I mean, with a perfectly legitimate character like you have.
Yes.
Dark Souls is still a difficult game.
Yep.
So it doesn't mean that you're necessarily 100% invincible.
So this is me trying again. That's just showing you how much damage it does. All right.
It's a lot of 9s. It's
a
like
lot
someone got the break damage limit ability on their ultimate weapon.
Yes. Now this is me just kind of running through. You'll notice now I stopped playing fair because my HP is not moving.
But I mean, obviously you wanted to show the quickest route in order to get to Alonne.
Which is just to run. Just run. Also, this is like New Game Plus 3 at this point because I had other mishaps that I didn't show. Like accidentally killing him, but still taking damage, so...
Having to burn an aesthetic.
I had to burn a couple, which means I had to give myself a couple, but it's fine. I just found them. It's okay.
They were just kind of laying around.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is me forgetting again that he's still invincible. All right, still invincible for that long. All right, now he can be hit. All right. There it is. There's the animation. Boom. All right. That's what happens if you kill him without taking damage. That is Sir Alonne. That is Dark Souls 2. We're done.
The lore reason for the suicide is good. It's very amusing.
What is the lore reason for the suicide?
The sword is possessed and
also
is ashamed. By Farum Guy. No, it's called the Bewitching Sword.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you get from him, which is, I guess it's like a translation quirk. It's more like possessing sword or like possessed sword. Okay. So the idea is that the sword is ashamed of his performance and decides to switch masters. It's sort of what you can read into it.
Yeah. I like that. That's pretty good. So that is Sir Alonne. He is a fun fight, especially when you accidentally make his buffs permanent. But overall, I think to cap it all off, the DLC bosses, with the exception of the free ones that were for everybody, were all really good. And they were some of the best bosses in Dark Souls 2. One of them, I think, is still my favorite boss in all of Dark Souls, period. Which is the Ivory King fight. King. That's such a... Like, mechanically, it's interesting. Like, the Ivory King himself, when it gets down to fighting him, it is what it is. You either like it or you don't. But just the battle beforehand and all that is really fun. It's a really unique fight. So...
But it's just a dude in armor.
It is just...
Look, it's just a dude in armor.
Yep. You're
like
right.
Alonne. Alonne's just a dude in armor. Whatever.
Fume Knight's just a dude in armor. You can make the argument that Smelter Demon is just a dude in armor.
I feel like I'm not saying it sarcastically enough because some people are still thinking that I'm complaining about that rather than complaining about people that complain about that.
I don't know. Okay. Let's try it again. Put all of the sass you can into that comment.
David.
Yes?
He's just a dude in armor. David.
I think that was maybe a touch too abrasive, but...
Okay.
Just a little nails on the chalkboardy there, but it's
a little too Firesteiny.
Yeah, just a little bit. But overall, Dark Souls 2 is a phenomenal game, and I'm glad that even though we didn't show off all the DLC bosses the same way we showed off the main game bosses, I'm glad we were able to show them all off, and we got to go through how I tend to play these games after I've beaten them several times, which is, all right, what tables have people made and how can I use them? And it's fun. Like these games are, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 are all relatively well-made games for their scope and their budget. I mean, Dark Souls 1 is relatively well-made for its scope and budget. 2 and 3 are just well-made. But it's also impressive just going through Dark Souls 1 and 3. I haven't really seen or done much with 2, but how much is actually rendered and has collision on it and all that. Just the amount of detail work that goes into it is super impressive. But Dark Souls 2 is a really good game, and I'm glad that we have played it.
Yep. Dark Souls 2 is really good. But now it's over.
How long did it take us?
I don't know. I don't have that number off the top of my head.
Yeah. It's Dark Souls. All right. So that is all of our Dark Souls 2. I mean, we still have Dark Souls 3, and if you want to go back and watch Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 boss guides, they are forever there.
Sure.
If you like this content, feel free to go to Patreon and pledge to give us so much money per month, and it helps us keep doing this. And hopefully maybe transition it to more of a full-time thing than a side gig thing.
And if you want to just give a one-time donation, have our PayPal email specifically for the channel in the old description. The end.
The end.
It's over.
It's over. Yay!
This particular thing
Yes.
is over.
This project. All right.
Others continue on.
Forever until we are dead.
Forever and always. Always and forever.
Well, at least Dark Souls 3 is the last Dark Souls.
Yep. Well, I mean, until they do another one.
Well, yeah. Well, hopefully they just switch to a new IP.
Until they do another new IP, which is a dark fantasy RPG.
Yeah. But at that point, we can make the decision whether or not we're going to do anything for it.
Sure. Demon's Dark.
Darkborn. Blood Souls.
Blood Souls.
Actually,
it's just kind of, King Soul.
Bloodfield, I think, is a little bit.
It's a little on the nose. It's called Akeldama.
You lost me.
It's the name of the field where Judas killed himself.
Okay.
It's called the field of blood.
Blood, right.
Okay. Little biblical reference for you there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I will keep my references more generic. Fart noises.
Well, that's a reference I should get, but
well, you know, I feel like maybe.
Hey, I am. While I am a professional Christian, it is as a musician. So
it's true. Let me see if I. Field of Blood. No, okay, yeah. No, I remember.
That has to be a metal song, right?
It's probably a metal band. Let's see, metal. Let's see, Akeldama. The first one that comes up is a studio album by the Faceless. Say deathcore CD, a Sumerian core, in fact.
That
from
makes
Sumerian.
sense.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any Christian metal bands that have used that. Because it seems like a thing, but at the same time, it also just I don't traffic in the Christian metal scene that often.
Yeah.
So not because I think it's all bad, but
Metal Storm's website has a listing for an Akeldama band from 2011. There's metalcore and gent.
Yeah. Maybe we should make some gent. Now you know. Maybe we should make some gent music, Jeff.
Yeah, it's great because you only need the first 3 frets of the bottom string.
Yeah. 4 semitones. That's all you need.
Have it on good authority that a shovel works just as well as a guitar.
It does. Yeah. And I happen to have, enough parts lying around to where I might be able to just make me a good old fashioned gent stick.
Yep. It's yes, that is what it is. It sounds suspicious. But yes, it is. That is what that is.
The end. Dark Souls is over. Thank you all. To all a good night.